In this third and final part of the introduction, I want to share with you how I came to understand emotions and emotional energetic blocks, as well as how they store in the physical body. I want to share with you some of the insights that I have had over the past 20 years. First off, I want to begin by saying that I am not a doctor of any kind. Nothing that I'm about to share with you has been clinically proven. My only evidence or testimony to what I'm about to share comes from years of work with clients. I have accumulated so much information that others have suggested that I need to share this. So, let's begin. I am a 5th-generation intuitive, which is not quite where my current profession started out to be. All throughout my life, I have been highly intuitive, but I chose the path of being an accountant as my professional career. This path never seemed to slow down my intuitive abilities. In fact, I came to realize later that the attention to detail that comes with such a career choice actually had a lot of applications in the intuitive work that I do today. My current path began with taking Reiki classes. Almost immediately, I started to have insight and impressions of certain areas of the body, things that my accounting training could not help me to identify. With the help of some medical friends, I quickly began to realize that what I was seeing was anatomy. I thought this was cool at first, having impressions of previous fractures within a body, seeing or sensing organs and tissues. I would even feel the nervous system through my own nervous system. I would never diagnose something, but people would come to see me for Reiki. But really, I think they wanted to see if I could pick up on their existing problems. Then one time something changed. There was this emotion, this impression that had come into my consciousness about the body part that I was over. But there was also a story. When I shared that with the person, they confirmed what had come to me. I immediately knew that this emotional energy was somehow trapped within the part of the body, and I thought, what if it was removed? Would the discomfort the person was experiencing go away if the memory were removed? So we did a little exercise, and the discomfort was released. This was the beginning of my new path. Over the past 20 years, I have done a general study of the anatomy of the body, how the various systems of the body generally work, and have expanded my knowledge of emotions. While most of this process has been through a self-taught method, the bulk has come through spirit, especially when it comes to merging the physical with the emotional. My experiences have shown me that certain illnesses have primary emotions attached to them. That even though a situation may be unique to each person, the emotion is always the same. As an example, cancer. The primary emotion is unprocessed anger, which I see as highly corrosive. Where this illness shows up on the body gives more clues as to the situation that has not been resolved. Other times, it's an emotional state that primarily affects the system. As an example, the primary state of control affects all conditions of the cardiovascular system. Now, while the experience that caused the trapped emotional energy was unique to the person, the emotion was always the same. My understanding of singular emotions expanded into emotional combinations, crossover emotions, and primary emotions and emotional states. situations or events were not being limited to the current time and space. Some clients went back to the womb. Some went back into past lives. People began to say that I was a medical intuitive, but I shied away from that term, medical, because I had no professional training in that area, just what was guided to me in spirit. Over the years, though, the more clients I saw, the more I learned. Although I felt like this was more of a reacquiring knowledge. Soon, energetic tools and processes were being downloaded to help people release these energetic blocks. Some of the processes were straightforward, others were complicated or took a while to release. And this was simply because the situation was long-standing or traumatic or was currently ongoing. I will go into greater detail about this in future videos. As time went on, I gave this developing modality a name, spirit body healing. It clearly identified what was being done, healing the spirit body. I don't see spirit body healing as a religion, simply just describing a process of healing on a spiritual plane. I do always ask for guidance, teaching, and healing through God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit, as this, I believe, is their domain. Spirit body healing consists of 3 parts. The first part is Reiki, which helps the client to become deeply relaxed. This rises the energetic blocks to the surface, so to speak, for me to intuit. This intuitive aspect is the second part, identifying the emotional energetic block somewhere in the body. The third part involves one of the many spiritual applications to help process and release the energetic block, all the while doing Reiki. So just as an example, if someone came to me and was dealing with a condition, say diabetes, I would see the emotional state of justice being present. Focusing on that energy, I would ask to see, sense, or have a knowing of what caused it to be there. Once identified and confirmed by the client, I would ask if they would like to release it. Then, using one of the spiritual tools, that process would begin. Now, this is a very condensed and simplified explanation just to illustrate what goes on in the session. In the next series of videos, I will share with you the different systems of the body, what I have found within those conditions of those systems, and the emotion or the emotional state that causes them to be there. I will also provide useful tools that you can use to begin releasing these energetic blocks. So until next time, many blessings of love to you all.